It's been a lovely day. We went to the Nordic fair. I posted a video titled Pink Puka Paradise, showing some of the knives that, well, I think I showed all the knives, but very briefly, that were on display. And I got some of them in the end, including this one. See the bear prints? This one went right on the belt. I've already had it out. Was even able to do a comparative study because I had it on my belt, and then my neighbor Jim came around. So we went out on the dirt bikes, and I have the Reef Leuku in my motorcycle pack. And, you know, on my knife and blade pedant tip, I might as well come out and say that the Reef Leuku is not a Leuku. Because this, my friends, is a Leuku. Yeah, let's check that balance point right there. It's lightweight. This thing weighs half as much as the Reef. And the edge geometry, forget it. The Reef is made, I don't know, it's a, maybe if you had to cut your motorcycle in half, it would be a great knife for that, right? But if you want to go out and thwack some stuff with a little flick cut, right? This thing's where it's at. It's got the balance, it's got the edge, it's got the comfort in the hand, and it's lightweight. You know, I was riding the motorcycle with this thing, and I kept looking down to see if it was still there, and actually half the time it was kind of nestled in between my legs there. You know? Nice familiar feeling. And yeah, I'm delighted. I got the cigar knife. So according to the vendor, it wasn't cheap. Huh? None of it was actually, but I reckon it's better than money in the bank. So yeah, according to the vendor, this was some old stock blades that they had lying around, and so they more recently rehandled them and put them out for sale. I don't know whether that curve is meant to be there or whether that's just because it's such a thin piece of metal. You know, maybe this was the one they had lying around since whatever 50 years ago because it warped, and they thought, wow, some collector will buy it. Some guy, some dude, one of these collectors over in America or somewhere, they'll snap it up. They won't care. But I got some tobacco plants outside. They're about this tall. But they got seed pods on them. So maybe next year I'll be making some cigars with my Finnish cigar making knife. A mushroom knife. Never had one. So I figured I better get one. See if that inspires me to go out and learn to forage mushrooms. There are a lot of them around here. I just don't know which ones are good and which ones are going to kill me. But I can learn that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty sharp. Stainless blade. Brushy on it. No. Two more Leukus. I think this one is going to be for my wife. All American girl. She loves Finland and Finnish culture. Yeah, this is a an Arti. So it's a pretty recent model. Got a very tight detent on it at the moment. The blade is a fair bit off. But aside from that, which could presumably be addressed, the craftsmanship is just stunning. How about that, huh? Now, if we size this up next to my one, it's quite interesting, because the overall length is quite similar, although the blade is significantly shorter on this one. Also, the balance point is quite similar, and the weight is quite similar. So presumably they'll chop, everything, the bevel. So presumably they'll be very similar in the chopping. But this one has this massive handle on it, which I love. This great big pommel on it. I have an exceptionally large hand, so this really works for me. And then you can choke up on it. I can choke up on it very comfortably up to here, and it's it's knife-like. I can even don't know if I would ever find use for this like that, but this skinning thing, like that. I think that one's going to be out of reach on this one for me, then I'd just do it like that, which is just fine. So, not much between them, but I picked this one. That's for me. I didn't need 3. Didn't really need, necessarily need a Leuku, except I wanted one. And lo and behold, we went to this place and they had knives. So, and I wanted all the knives. I wanted every single one of them. But I was very austere and limited myself to 5. And so yeah, I could justify this one can be for my wife. She's a woods lady, she goes out and chops on the hemlock and stuff. So, and this one is some new old stock, he told me, so it may have a couple of decades on it. I took the price tag off, but this stain unfortunately remained there. It'll fade, I guess. Get ready. How do you like my shirt? I like my new Leuku. Pretty good ensemble, huh? I'll have to look into this mark because the vendor suggested that they might not be in business anymore. That's an unknown. He was speculating. He was saying that it's not a new knife, it's new old stock. And I like it a lot. Don't know if I want to put scratches on it, but I do kind of want to use it. Certainly make a nice display piece too. Well, let's get them out again, shall we? Get them all out. 1, 2, 3. Ah, this is a wood jewel. Kauko Ratinnerai. That's what that is. S.A. Puukko, Pello, Finland. And this is Anati, right? We already discussed that. Thank you for watching.